Ever wonder why it's easier to recall negative experiences compared to positive ones? I'm Jamie Dana from Elevate Counseling, and I'm here to explain the power of emotion in our memory. When we experience a situation that causes us to feel anxious or scared or emotional, we send our limbic system into overdrive. So our limbic system is the system of our body that's responsible for protecting us from danger. It's often referred to as our animal brain. And it doesn't rely on thought or reason. It is reactive, and it's triggered so that we can escape from our predators. So this is that fight or flight response, or that freeze response. Here's an example. So when you were young, I'm sure your parents told you not to touch a hot stove, and hopefully you didn't. But maybe you were a rebel and you did touch the hot stove, or maybe you accidentally touched the stove or the oven or something like that. And when that happened, what did you do? Most likely, you immediately pulled your hand back, right? I mean, it was hot. And so you didn't think, oh my goodness, this is hot, I better not touch it. You reactively or reflexively pulled your hand back, right? This is your limbic system in action. So your brain receives a message, or your body receives a message from your brain that the stove is dangerous and that you better move your hand. So your body releases certain hormones and chemicals that cause you to jump into action. No thought, right? If you stop to think, you will probably get burned because that's too slow in processing. So thank goodness for the limbic system. You know, this keeps us safe. But there's a part of the brain also called the amygdala that is activated during this process, and the amygdala is responsible for creating and storing memories that have that are tied to heightened negative emotional states. So this is called fear conditioning, and it's activated when a person is under severe emotional duress. So these memories are literally stored differently in the brain compared to other memories. And this is why I can remember my drive to the emergency room in 5th grade when I broke my arm, but I can't recall yesterday what I had for lunch. This is to protect you from having a similar negative experience in the future. So you're not going to touch that stove again. Even if somebody holds your hand over the stove, your body starts to reflexively pull back because you've activated that limbic system again. That memory from the amygdala pops back up and tells you like it's not safe in this kind of situation. And this is great. Hopefully it's generalized to other hot objects, right? So that you're staying safe across the board. But unfortunately, our bodies can overreact to other stressors that are not life-threatening. So we can have the same kind of reaction if we experience that heightened emotional state, whether it's a traffic jam or public speaking or some kind of social pressure. And if a person experiences these kinds of events as traumatic, that memory can also be maladaptively stored in the brain, and we're effectively producing these false positives to protect ourselves. So our experiences can cause our brain circuitry to change and to send us into this fight or flight response before we even have a chance to question whether or not we are indeed experiencing a situation that is dangerous to us. So here's the problem. When this limbic system, this fight or flight response is activated, you're responding with the animal part of your brain. You're not thinking rationally with your frontal lobes, with your frontal cortex, the reasoning part of the brain. And it's hard to recognize in that moment that things are different now. You need to deactivate this stress response in order to be able to move past this, performance paralysis. So there are different ways that you can do this. You could sign up for my 5-day e-course where I explain different ways to reduce anxiety and to help you feel better. Or you can call our office if you're in the Northwest Valley, if you're looking for more support. And I'll be on here periodically as well, providing tips and tricks to help support your mental health. So until next time, keep doing, keep being, and keep growing. Thanks.